A murder-for-hire plot gone wrong still resulted in the death of a mother at her son's request.
That son from Maryland Heights pleaded guilty in federal court to ordering the hit for life insurance money. Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes was there for the evidence that was full of surprises.
40-year-old Andrew Hubbard admitted to a federal judge he hired a hitman to deliver what they called a, quote, bad pack of crack to his mom. That meant it was laced with fentanyl. And when that did not kill her, the hitman shot her to death. And the son acknowledged repeatedly to a judge that he ordered his mother's murder for money. Hubbard's mother, 53-year-old Andrea Wortham, was found dead in an alley on Kennerly near Maffitt, July 7th, 2023. A federal investigation revealed that Wortham's son in Maryland Heights took out a $150,000 life insurance plan on her, then ordered the hit. Andrew Hubbard admitted to a federal judge that he involved other people also charged. One was his cousin, who he admitted paying $10,000 to deliver his mother fentanyl-laced crack. The cousin reportedly called to say, quote, it's done, but that it wasn't the drug that killed her. She survived that and had to be shot in her chest, arm, and face. The courtroom was tense because of other relatives there to see this guilty plea, and one of them became so upset she darted out of there suddenly as Hubbard acknowledged what he did. He'll be sentenced in September and faces possible life in prison.
Well, a Deer Park mother changing her plea in court, admitting to shooting her own son in the head.
The 30-year-old Briasha Stroud now faces an attempted murder charge and will be sentenced by a Hamilton County judge. WLWT News 5 Sean McKinnon breaking down the major shift in the case today and how we got to this point, Sean.
Yeah, Chris, Ashley, prosecutors say Stroud's son is in elementary school and this shooting left him fighting for his life. Stroud pleaded guilty to attempted murder today, but if her son happens not to pull through, that'll be upgraded to murder.
Where is he shot?
In the head.
And I'm sad to report that it somewhat fluctuates. He will never have a quote-unquote normal life. His injuries are life-changing.
In court Tuesday, Briasha Stroud pleading guilty to attempted murder. She admits she shot her own son while sitting next to him inside a car in their Deer Park garage.
I am. Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol at this time? No.
In January of 2025, her boyfriend called police saying the 30-year-old mother shot her child on the back of his head before overdosing on drugs.
She's unconscious. I don't know if she took pills or what. She's foaming at the mouth.
Prosecutors called it an attempted murder-suicide, saying Stroud also shot herself in the chest after pulling the trigger on her son.
Oh, my God.
How is he doing? Is he still breathing?
Yes.
The boy, a student at Amity Elementary, survived, but barely.
She is relieved to hear that the alleged victim in the case is doing well.
At this point, I don't know what she means by the child doing well. The child is on life support and unresponsive, has some blood flowing to his brain but doesn't appear to be showing brain activity.
Stroud is set to be sentenced for attempted murder next month. But if the boy doesn't survive, prosecutors plan to bring murder charges against the mother.
It is our hope that this never gets as far as the presentation of a murder indictment, but at this point we really don't know.
Stroud's defense tried to argue she was insane and therefore not guilty, but they were unsuccessful. Today, the judge said she'll be sentenced to 11 to 16 and a half years in prison. That'll officially happen next month. Reporting live downtown, Sean McKinnon, WLWT.
New details in the deaths of 6 people, including 4 children, found inside a Saratoga County home. Police were initially called to that home in Mechanicville for a welfare check on Tuesday after neighbors had not heard from the family for 2 weeks before they were found dead. They have been identified as 64-year-old Amy Stedman, her daughter Sarah Myers, and her 4 children between the ages of 10 and 13. Investigators believe Stedman intentionally poisoned the entire family.
I will say that there is recovered evidence inside the apartment to indicate intentional poisoning, to include numerous prescription and over-the-counter medications.
Authorities also say one of the children sustained fatal sharp force injuries as well. Police declined to comment when asked if they were looking at any other suspects. A motive has not been determined. According to our sister station in Albany, a years-long custody battle over the 4 children was finalized in April following the parents' divorce.
Tonight, the father of a man whose mutilated body was found in a reservoir was disturbed to learn his son's girlfriend is now among 3 people charged with the murder. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Douglas County. And Tom, investigators say the girlfriend tried to throw them off the trail.
Yeah, Linda, according to arrest warrants, Ambria Boyd came here to the jail and told investigators she knew the name and number of Jamal Parker's real killer. That's when investigators looked into it and found out Boyd was friends with his real killer, was at the killer's home, and was with Jamal right before he was killed. Jamal's father says he wants everyone involved in his son's death in custody.
All of it. Mainly this last one, which was his so-called girlfriend.
The father of 37-year-old Jamal Parker says murder suspect Ambria Boyd was his so-called girlfriend. He was surprised to learn she's accused of killing his son, since he says she's been so torn up over his death.
She'd been corresponding with Jamal's mom like she didn't know what was going on.
Investigators say that's not all Boyd has been doing. They say she came forward saying an unknown caller told her the name and number of Parker's killer. Investigators determined that name was false, and Boyd was friends with the real killer, was staying at that person's home, and was with Parker a few hours before he was murdered. Parker's father thinks he knows why she came up with a false story.
It seemed like to protect herself.
Brittany Baker and Mario Barber also face murder charges. Police searched a home they were living in for 4 days after finding Parker's mutilated body in the Dog River Reservoir back in May. Charles Parker says detectives have told him to expect more arrests.
I hope to get them all.
Parker says this has torn his family up.
Only thing that really bothers me right now is how they did it. I mean, I just hope he didn't have to suffer alive.
Parker says he has not been able to have a funeral for his son because of the condition of his body. Now, Boyd faces murder, false statements, and obstruction. She is here in jail without bond, along with Barber and Baker. We're live in Douglas County.
5 lives taken, and the family left to plan 5 funerals. Tonight, we are hearing from the loved ones of an East St. Louis family torn apart by a horrific act of violence. Loved ones say the killer is one of their own. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. The killing spree spanned across 3 different crime scenes in East St. Louis. Our Melanie Johnson is live in East St. Louis.
Yeah, Mike and Kelly, I spent the day speaking to this heartbroken family, just shattered and trying to comprehend how one of their own could kill the people that they love. A teen couple has been arrested in connection to these murders tonight. And I spoke to the 15-year-old suspect's father, who says his daughter's decision has crushed his family after she killed her own grandmother and his own mother.
I can't show her no sympathy.
Marcus May tells me his teen daughter made a decision that is just heartbreaking. The 15-year-old and her 16-year-old boyfriend accused of shooting 7 of their family members, killing 5 of them. The victims, Patricia May, her daughter, Cherie May, her son, Devin May, 24 years old, who leaves behind a 1-year-old daughter, and siblings Quentin and Shania Thompson, ages 21 and 25. 2 other family members survived this attack, the shooting taking place at 3 locations. The Samuel Gompers complex, where a bouquet of flowers now sits at the front door, a home at 39th and Summit and Jones Park. The teenage suspects were captured following a police chase at a nearby park. While preparing to say 5 final goodbyes, heartbroken family members hope the focus remains on the lives they touched, not the tragedy.
They know that he was a great father, a great person, a great man. My granny's someone that's so loved. She's so loved. And it just hurts to see that she was gone like this. It just really hurts so bad.
No word tonight on possible charges, as the Illinois State Police tell me this is an ongoing investigation. Now, if you would like to help these families, there are 2 GoFundMe set up, one to help the family's burial costs and also a trust fund for Devin's 1-year-old daughter. You can find all that information in this app, in this story at ksdk.com. Live in East St. Louis tonight, Melanie Johnson, 5 on your side.
A young Mobile mother who was pregnant with her 3rd child was shot and killed at her Ziegler Boulevard home Friday night. Police say Kendria Davis murdered 23-year-old China Hickman.
This is tragic and should never have happened.
Hickman's brother says the dispute stemmed from a $15 deposit Davis wanted refunded for a lash appointment. On the day she died, Hickman offered a $20 lash special on social media and encouraged interested customers to send her a direct message to book an appointment. Her brother says Hickman was very busy on Friday and believes she was running late.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Frankly, it's horrible that a dispute of any kind could lead to a murder, much less a murder of 2 people. And so my heart goes out to the victim's family. This is tragic and should never have happened.
Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says Davis's charge has now been upgraded from murder to capital murder, alleging she killed both Hickman and her unborn child.
For capital murder, the 2 possible punishments are life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. We have a process here within the office to determine what penalty we will seek, and we will be doing that as the investigation unfolds.
Jail records show Davis has previously faced charges including harassment, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct. In March, she was charged with 4 counts of harassment for allegedly throwing glass plates at children ages 9, 8, 7, and 5. The pending charges resulted in a judge denying her bond at a hearing Monday morning. Andrea Ramey, NBC 15
yesterday
News.
morning, if you were watching our show, we brought you a live news conference just over the border in Aiken, South Carolina, where we heard from the sheriff discussing how they found the remains of a missing 4-year-old girl, Javea Harris. He said it was the most horrific case he's seen in his 37 years on the job. Part of her body was found to be dissolved by chemicals and poured into a lake. And charged in this case, her parents. An additional charge of desecration of human remains was added to both of their list of charges. As you're looking at video of the parents at their separate bond hearings yesterday, that new charge carries a 10-year maximum sentence if convicted, which, I mean, let's be honest, is nothing compared to what they could be looking at when you consider their other charges, including homicide by child abuse. They've already been denied bond for those offenses. The girl's mom, you see here, also charged with filing a false police report. Both of the parents have a court date in August and October of this year, so plenty more to come. But let's get to Mike White now, bringing us up to speed.
In my 37-year career in law enforcement, I have never, ever heard of anything so horrific.
The search for 4-year-old Javea Harris's body taking another heartbreaking turn of events. Sheriff Marty Sawyer announcing Thursday authorities found some of the little girl's remains at Cedar Creek Reservoir in Fairfield County.
I got 5, so it makes me I can't even let them go outside by themselves, you know. I have to watch them every minute on that.
According to authorities, Javea's parents went to great lengths to destroy Javea's remains, including pouring chemicals on her body. After that, the sheriff says the parents poured the rest of the remains into Cedar Creek Reservoir. Authorities say it is very doubtful they will find the rest of Javea's remains.
I will not refer to them as mom and dad, or mother or father. They don't deserve that title.
The parents now face new additional charges in the case: destruction and desecration of human remains. Rita Andrews works at the Ridgecrest Quick Shop nearby and tells Watch Fox News Javea's father stopped in last week, the day before he was arrested.
He laid in my chest and cried Thursday, right here in the store. I didn't know who it was I was talking to. I was entertaining the devil and didn't even know it.
After Thursday's updates, people continuing to pay their respects to Harris at a memorial outside of her home. Prayer circles forming around the memorial and more balloons and stuffed animals being laid out.
She's not only a child, she's a child from God, and he has her in his arms, and she's not going to hurt anymore.
Man, what more can you say? Mike White reporting there.